We were able to award 51 grants, and one of those did go to Dubuque, Iowa, because of their ability to really put together an application that held up the goals of a livable community. So we can meet our priorities, and we can also meet the priorities of communities around America. And that's why I encourage you to take a look at the next round of our Tiger opportunities. We're already thinking about investments that create mixed use, mixed income development around transit and rail stations. And the President's 2011 budget includes $527 million to do three things. One, coordinate livability programs and provide technical assistance to communities that want to implement them. Two, finance transit that expands services to seniors, veterans, and disabled people with special mobility needs. And three, increase state and local capacity to integrate transportation, housing, economic development, and water infrastructure through federal highway administration grant making. Finally, the President's 2011 budget includes startup capital for a national infrastructure bank. It will give DOT flexibility to select the most outstanding projects outside our current authority, addressing national interests that range from local to regional, from multimodal to multi-state. So the National Infrastructure Fund that's being proposed in the President's budget is an opportunity to do big, significant things around the country that we typically have not had the money to do. And once the budget is passed, I encourage you to look at that program as another opportunity to implement your goals. Let me close with this. Today is my 461st day as Secretary of Transportation, and I didn't know that until this was in this speech here, but I know it's been about 14 months. I do remember the day I was sworn in, but anyway, 461 days. I have visited 80 cities and 35 states, and this will now add 81 cities and 36 states, but have yet to see a place where livability is more important than right here. And I can just tell you from walking around talking to some of the folks here that are intimately involved in livability and planning this conference, you're on the right track. Now more than ever, we need leadership and heavy lifting to plan and achieve a better quality of life. This isn't about urban or rural. This isn't about left or right. It's about whether our economy goes up or goes down. It's about whether we have a transportation system that moves us forward or one that holds us back. The chance for change is here, and together we can seize it. And you all have a magnificent road system in this part of the country. We have a state-of-the-art interstate system around this country, thanks to the interstate bill that was signed by President Eisenhower many decades ago. But we're beyond that. We have to keep that interstate system in good repair. We want to do that. We're not going to give up on that. But we know that Americans, people that live in your communities, want more. They want walking paths. They want biking paths. They want other options to automobiles. Some communities are getting into the streetcar business, which are made in America, by the way. America is getting into the high-speed intercity rail business, which all of you know. And we're right at the point where America was at when we started the interstate system. Not all the rail lines are on the map, and we're not sure where all the money's coming from. But I predict that a decade or two from now, America will be connected by intercity passenger, high-speed passenger rail. We will be, because this is what Americans want. People that travel to Europe, people that travel to Asia and ride the high-speed rail come back scratching their heads, wanting to know why we don't have it in America. And the reason is because we've never made the investment. Our government's never made the investment. President Obama's vision Vice President Biden's vision is to connect America with high-speed inner-city rail. It's going to happen. We've made an $8 billion investment already. That's 8 billion times more than we've ever had at the Department of Transportation. There's 2.5 billion additional in our budget this year, which we're going to get out the door. We're going to start receiving proposals for that money, and the President has recommended another $1 billion in his budget for next year. We're on our way. There are companies from Europe and Asia in America today looking for locations to stand up facilities, to hire American workers, to build the infrastructure for high-speed inner-city rail, and to build the train sets in America. Again, that's what Americans want. And so we're well on our way. We're just at the starting point, but we're well on our way to beginning an opportunity to connect America with rail. So, and that too is a part of our whole livable communities opportunities, that you create many different forms of transportation and many different opportunities for people. We're always going to have cars. Americans love their cars. We have a great road system to get around America, but people are looking for other options. And I hope as you continue your discussion today, it will be about some of the opportunities that you all can create around your communities and around your region. If you do that, you will be successful. And we want to help you be successful in reaching your goals. And you will be if you continue to work together, come together, and speak with one voice. That's the way you'll make progress. So I'm delighted that Howard Coble insisted that I come here, and I'm delighted you scheduled your meeting around my schedule. And I look forward to working with all of you on your opportunities to proceed ahead with your livable and sustainable communities. Thank you very much. Now, I don't know, somebody said that maybe somebody was going to come up here and
Oh, no.
read the...
I'm over here.
Oh, okay.
I'm Carol Andrews from WFNY TV, and we are going to be in our town hall meeting.
Yeah, you want to come up here?
I can do that
Why
if you'd
don't
like.
you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Star of television and stage and screen, you ought to be up in front here. Oh, I'm sure it is, though. If you want to just, do you have some questions? Yeah, okay, however you want to do it.
All right.
Good to see you.
Very
Thank you
nice
for
to
being
see
here.
you.
Yeah.
See, we're in the South, and we say yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and we do as we're instructed. So welcome, welcome, welcome to
Thank
North
you.
Carolina. We are
Thank you.
very proud to have you in what we think is the greatest state of the union. So, and we do have some questions for you, and I will speak into the mic so you can hear me, but they are directed to you, Mr. Secretary.
Okay.
All right, the first one we have is, will you please share with us some of the interesting projects that are happening in other places that could apply to the Triad?
Well, there are a number of places around the country that are trying to get in the streetcar business. Some of these places have been in the streetcar business in an earlier time, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 decades ago, and some of the track had been laid over with blacktop or whatever. And we like that idea. I was in Portland, Oregon to help them inaugurate their streetcar system, and they actually make the streetcars in Portland. One of the things I was struck by in Portland is on the morning that we were going to the event, we saw maybe like 100, 125, 130 people riding their bikes to work. And I've never seen that before. The reason I mention that is because it's not only people that want to, communities that really want to get back into the streetcar business, and so we funded under the Tiger program some opportunities, and we also, if you look on our website, have some opportunities for, I think maybe $250, $260 million available for people who want to begin to plan for streetcars, and you should look at that opportunity.